What was that? Oh. It says the maximum file size has been reached. Recording stopped and saved. So maybe this will be 2 separate videos. I hope so. Because I really don't want to have to, splice shit together, and because that would be complicated, especially considering that I don't have my computer on me. But yeah, a lot of people are not as real as we might believe. And I'm not saying that everybody who lies is fake. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's a sliding scale, and we aren't always where we estimate ourselves to be. Like, me and my friends, I have a group of maybe like 10 people total that I know are like good people, and I don't talk to anybody else. They're all dudes. But they're all good people. Like, I know they're not lying to me when they say shit. I know that they're not gonna, prioritize hanging out with other people over me. It's all neutral. And that's how things are supposed to be. That's a good friendship. That was my dad. I didn't realize he had work today. Yeah, his work schedule's weird. He stays home Mondays, and then he goes Tuesday, works till Friday. And Saturday, actually. I didn't remember that. It's weird. He is a mechanic down in Henrietta. I can actually give this away without doxing myself, because it's like a really long drive away. So he works in Henrietta, Texas, at a place called Herb Easley Power Sports, and they work on jet skis, boats, and stuff like that. So, not really advertising, but I kind of am. If y'all got shit y'all need worked on, and you're in the area, then go ahead and give him a call or whatever, or just, show up. They do a lot of stuff. He's pretty much the only, mechanic there, but he's really good. He's got, 30 years of experience. So yeah, it's worth it in my opinion. God, look at that sky. Tell me that ain't beautiful. Don't. But, because you'd be lying. But, anyway, I think that the key to being a good person is truth and, pursuing that over your own personal gain. And, a lot of people will, they'll prioritize everybody else over themselves hearing that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, because when you hear something like that, you hear, sacrifice yourself. But, a lot of people don't talk about the duality of it. Because it's not as black and white as, focus on other people over yourself. Because if you do that, you're only going to burn yourself out. So, the biggest thing is you have to, make people happy however you can, however you want to. That's up to you. We live our lives, it's best to live our lives in such a way that we don't regret anything. So, however you feel comfortable treating people, but we also need to prioritize ourselves too. It is not selfish to ask for what you give other people, in return. It is not selfish to cut people off if they don't return that effort. It is not selfish. Don't let anybody ever tell you that it is. Because manipulators and narcissists will do that all day, every day, to everyone they love. And you don't want to be one of those people who is misled by them. It's important to think of yourself as well as other people. So, that's the biggest thing for me. Now, for mental health, a lot of people, are going through some shit, especially now. These are hard times. Hopefully things will get better soon. People are freaking out over the politics of it all and everything else. And I feel like Gen Z, we used to, when we were kids, you think back and we used to all play games. We weren't worried about any of this shit. I wasn't even worried about it when I hit 18. But then, as I grew older, I became indoctrinated into this propaganda-filled gender war and all this other shit. And I had to take a step back and look at things from a different perspective. Because you gotta think, if everybody is perpetuating this shit, there must be some greater agenda or something at play. So, I think that the most important thing is to remember that we are all human. We all share the same flesh and blood. And there are good humans, there are bad humans. But unless somebody does some unspeakable crime, like, murder or, other shit, like Diddy shit, everybody who doesn't do those things deserves love and support and all that, because when you don't have that, that is not a life that, is comfortable living. People like that retreat into video games, they retreat into drugs, they retreat into, being a gym rat, all this other shit. And some hobbies are healthy, some coping methods are healthy, but the overall effect is negative. And it's not worth it. This entire generation, I feel, is suffering from a mental health crisis. And instead of, coming together and figuring out how to solve all that, we're too busy worried about, Elon Musk and Trump and the whole, all that stuff going on. And I don't think that is as important as preserving our mental health. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me there, because they're like, oh, this is our nation's future, etc., etc. But it's not that deep. We are not going to die as a country in one presidential term, right? Maybe over the course of several, but not in one term. We are too strong of a country to get to that point where we are, falling apart. Now, I'm not going to, chant nationalism, because we're not the best country, right? We aren't number one in anything, except for, crime rates and stuff like that. But overall, this country is what we call home. So it is what it is. Things will get better as the people vote. Things will get better as the older politicians, and this is going to really sound messed up, and it might get me demonetized or something, but things will get better as the people that we hate grow old, and you get what I mean, right? They're not going to be here eventually, and these figures are going to be replaced with other people who are of our generation, who share our values, and eventually things will get better. But I don't know, we're too caught up in shit. I think we just gotta all lay down, relax, get a good night's rest, not worry about stuff for a little while, and just enjoy life. You don't have to be going out drinking and partying all the time to have fun. It's not that, life is not that bad. Some people, especially in the city, are like constantly partying, constantly drinking, all that shit, ruining their bodies. But when you go outside and walk the street of the concrete jungle or wherever you live, and you look around, like, this is a beautiful ass planet, okay? Now, I'm not like a tree hugger or anything, but at the same time, this is a beautiful fucking place, and it's not appreciated enough. Like, have you all ever gone on YouTube and looked up, like, the bug battles and shit, and, like, there's this guy named Ants Canada, and he has this big, like, 1,000-gallon tank that he turned into a vivarium, and it's one of the coolest things. He doesn't, like, get involved, he just lets nature play its course, and I love that. Like, there's so many things that we can do that we're unrestricted, okay? We have freedom. The pursuit of freedom and happiness, that includes doing things that we find fun, whatever they may be. Boxing, creating vivariums, video games, whatever we enjoy. And I know I said that some people use video games as a retreat, but, like, if you play video games, have fun. Like, that's what we're here for. It's stupid to avoid enjoying yourself for the sake of, trying to appease other people or, preserve your masculinity or anything like that. Just enjoy yourself. Live life. Have fun. Live your life in such a way that you do not regret anything. This turned into a PSA or whatever that means, a TED Talk very, very quickly. That's not what I intended. But let me think. So I need to clean out my workout room before I start making videos again, because we pulled in 2 rescue dogs that were abandoned at the lake, and we had them in that room, and they tore it the fuck up. Everything is trashed in there. It's going to take a while to clean out. But once we get that done, and once I'm able to stop taking my Busprin and all that, I'm going to, start making content again, start doing videos, and just, I don't know, put my voice out there. I've always kind of wanted to, but I wasn't, like, afraid of what people would say, because, I don't know, I've always lived my life with the ability to not give a shit. And a lot of people don't really have that luxury, but I am secure enough in myself to know that whatever happens, I will be happy, if anything. I will be alive, safe, and, I will enjoy my life as much as possible. Now that really isn't the case right now, because of everything I've been going through. I lost my grandpa, not recently, but a couple months back, and, that's been weighing on my mind. I'm actually wearing his scarf right now. But things happen. Moo! I don't know if y'all can see them, but there's some cows over there. Yeah, look at this shit. Imagine exploring that. That's cool as hell. There's the sunrise. Maybe I can... There we go. That's a beauty. Y'all seen, oh damn, that cow's standing perfectly upright. That's with the statue. Anyway, there's a shipping container up there. Have y'all looked at, like, shipping container homes? Those are so cool. Like, I've seen them all over YouTube and stuff like that. I think I saw Sean Gatz. He's a TikToker and streamer, I guess. I've seen him streaming, but I haven't really watched them too much. I did like his videos, though. But, container homes are so cool. They're so easy to make, too. But, like, I've always wanted one. I like cozy spaces. right? And it's really easy to insulate them, as well as do the wiring and all that, because you can just do it all on the outside. Cut a hole where you need to put an outlet, and then just insulate it. It's super easy. You can even connect multiple of them, take out their walls, so that there's just a connected space. Put a support beam in the middle, and then you have 2 shipping containers side by side that can be used as a house. And you can buy them pretty cheap, at least for house material cheap. I think it's like 20, 30,000, which, again, for a house, it's pretty crazy. Crazy good. I was thinking of building my own cabin house. I love building stuff, arts and crafts, shit like that. It's a fun little pastime. It's, I don't know. It's a pretty, fun thing to do. We built, because my grandpa, before he passed, he was having some walking issues, and eventually he was in a wheelchair. So me and my dad, we bought some wood, some planks and some plywood, and we built a ramp. Just straight up built it in our backyard, going up to our back door. And we did a pretty damn good job, I'm not gonna lie. It's awesome and really fun to do things yourself and see the way they stand against the tests of time. Your creations, pushing past your expectations, and then every day that ramp proves me wrong, because I thought that it wasn't going to last very long in the rain and all that. Every single day that ramp proves me wrong. What a week it has been. I woke up at 4 a.m. today. Oh shit. My phone's at 15%. Well, I'll be home by that time, or by the time it dies. So, there's a water tower up there. That's cool. We got groundwater. We have a well. Although our well is, I think it's 150 feet deep. We had to pull up all the stuff because the pump went out. So we pulled up, last I recall, it was 250 feet or so of galvanized steel, pipe. And we redid it. I'm not sure if we used PVC or what, but we redid it. It's been a while, so I don't really remember. But boy, was it hell trying to redo all that shit. We had to cut a hole in the roof of the well house and then pull up 20 feet sections, right? And this was absolutely genius, the way that we held on to these sections. We took a pipe wrench and we put a concrete block underneath it, and we tightened down the pipe wrench and set it down so that the wrench was wedged against the fucking concrete, and so that it wouldn't let it slip. And then we took the torch cutter and we cut it off wherever we were trying to get it, and he would push it over, and I had a string that would be attached, or a thingy that would be attached to the top of each section. And I would be on the outside, and then once he got to the point where there was enough left that it wasn't coming off, but it was able to be bent, I would yank it down from one side, and it would basically just fall out. And then we would pick it up with the wrench, and I would pull up a section with my pipe wrench. He would grab with his, he'd pull up a section, I'd let go of mine, go back down to the bottom, and we would just pick up a couple, another 20 feet, and change it out, and then cut it and repeat the process. So it was super, super fun. Not really, but we got it done. 20-foot sections. Okay, we had to do 20 of those, maybe like 24 or whatever, because of how long and how much galvanized steel was in that. And now, I know a lot of people will be like, 250 feet of galvanized steel is super, super heavy. And yes, it very much is. But I'm 6'4" and 300 pounds. So, it was not heavy, or not too heavy. It was heavy, but it wasn't too heavy. Especially not when I could get into a perfect deadlift position. And I can deadlift quite a bit. I actually haven't tested it out. The first time that I got into my school's gym, I don't really do a lot of legs, but the first time that I got into my school's gym, I deadlifted 315, which actually broke the record, because my school's full of a bunch of skinny dudes. Their record was like 275, so I broke it by like 35 or whatever. Not sure. But, yeah, it was pretty chill. School was fun, ish. The people there sucked. I know that if anybody, like, actually, like, listens to this who, you know, knows my school, they will be offended by this. But the people there sucked. There was a couple good people who I'm still friends with now. But just in general, 3 out of 10 would not recommend. Anyway, I'm almost home. And I'm not going to bother you with my dogs yapping because of me walking up. So, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And may you not get strep. Because this shit sucks. Very much. There's a dog barking at me from all the way up at the top of the next hill. Holy shit. Anyway, like and subscribe if y'all want to. If y'all enjoyed it. It'll give me the drive to make more of these. If y'all want me to make more of this in particular, then sure. If y'all would rather me do workout videos, that works too. Whichever y'all prefer. Anyway, have a good one.